All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all? I'm going to talk about the election, man. I got a couple statistics for you guys. And just want to continue to hammer home that saying it's not important to vote is just not acceptable at this time. So just give me just a second here. Right back and we'll get started. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right. It is Thursday morning, man. This is your main man, Matt B, sliding in all kind of ways. I just want to stay committed to Thursday morning, man, coming to drop a little line here or there on you guys, man. We had an election. We had some amazing results. And I just want to point out a few things, man. Just a few things, okay? One of the things that I realized is low voter turnout is oftentimes tied to the demographic of a neighborhood, the racial breakdown, the economic breakdown, and it matters. I think it matters, but low voter turnout is a problem nationwide amongst all participants of democracy. Did you hear what I'm saying? Everybody, okay, all people from all walks of life are sitting out of the game of politics for some reason or another. I was one of those people. I believed that the government was going to win either way. But you know what? When you look at things like sometimes you see a football game, right? And in a football game, the score in the first half, one team may be kicking behind that first half. Okay, they may be in I forgot what I said, a football or basketball game. Well, we're gonna go with a football game. Okay, the score in the first half is 21-0. Okay, the Buccaneers are getting slaughtered. All right, and they're playing. I don't know who they're playing, but come on, man. They're playing somebody and they're beating the Saints. They're beating the Saints are beating the Buccaneers. Okay. They go into halftime and the coach identifies something and they can come out in the second half and still win the game. All right. Now, back to voting. All right. 29% of the people that were eligible to vote in this election voted. 29%. 29%. Okay. 30 people out of 100 voted. Less than half. Okay. We had 189,000 voters and 55,500 people voted, folks. So 29% of the people are sitting this one out. And no one's doing the math. No one's doing the halftime. Hey, why are we losing? Why are we sending our children back to school and they're not being protected? Why are our teachers underpaid? Why do we have to fight for health care? Why can't we find jobs? Why is there high rises all around us, but a housing crisis? Nobody's saying, hey, it's halftime. We're down by 21. Why are we losing? You know why we're losing? Because 70% of us are sitting it out. You have the option to participate, and we willfully forfeit that option. 70% of us. I made an analogy, and I really don't think it was embraced the way it should be. But I blame myself because I'm not. At this point, I have hired someone to help me with social media, so that my message can get a little further than it has been getting, because I think it's a valid message and I think it's somewhat entertaining, right? Somebody thumbs up. It looked like 0 people watching, but I'm acting like the world need to hear it because I feel like they do. All right. I made an analogy about voting and I compared it to having the option to select an item off the menu, okay? One side is seafood, the other side is steak, and then the option B could be anything, could be poop balls. That's what I said, okay? Poop balls. I thought it was not as I'm not at a loss of words here for a second. I didn't think it was as elegant as another analogy, but you got an option. Okay, voting is like having an option. You got an option to select steak, seafood, or option C may or may not include poop balls. You don't know. You may get lucky and get a steak if you don't vote. You may get lucky, right? But if you vote, at least you have an option. You chose something. So if you end up with the poop balls, you can go, at least you can go back and say, I asked for the shrimp and I got poop balls. What happened? But if you don't even vote, you already said, I'm all good with the poop balls. Give them to me. I want them. That's what I want. All right. So to the 0 viewers that are watching this, I love y'all. Don't settle for the doo-doo balls. 29% of the people in this entire election, not African Americans, no, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, people are sitting this out. And then we look at our government and we wonder why we have theatrics going on when our lives are at stake. How do we get come on, man. Look, some of this stuff that we see going on politically is a joke. And I know other countries are seeing this, and it's going to be a cost to pay. And don't wait until somebody attack us again to realize we're Americans. We live here. We live here. We live here. We work here. We're trying to survive here. All right. And if we continue to allow a few people to run amok with our government, because 70% of us don't care. 70% of us don't care. I know I put in the title, if you're waiting on a stimulus check and you didn't vote, you're wrong, because you are. You're depending on the government, but yet and still you're not chiming in and telling them what you need. You're hoping they figure it out. Doodle balls for you. All right. I just want to chime in. It's Thursday. I love y'all. I wish somebody would share this. All right. 70% of the people that could have voted did not vote. These are registered voters. We're not even talking about the people that haven't even made it to the point where they're going. We got to figure out why. And it's our game. It's our money. It's our lives. It's our children. It's our future. It's our environment. It doesn't matter if you're a hillbilly or you're black or you're Chinese. It doesn't matter. They're playing with all of y'all because 70% of y'all don't care. So they win and they play games. They giving away trillions of dollars, and we get enough to buy a used car and blow some money in the casino and eat food out, Uber Eats, and then we end up back broke while they eating forever, and their children are eating, because 70% of us say, it's okay, government, we'll take the political doodle balls. We don't want to weigh in. We don't want to weigh in. We don't want to pay attention to what's going on. No, we don't want to. We're okay. Do what you want to do, guys. We see you on TV and we're disgusted by how you're doing us, but we're not going to vote. 70% of us are going to watch it on TV and then change the channel and go back to watching some BS. Felt good. But I did write down some. It's not a black or white issue. We have lower turnout in some of the black precincts, and that's costing us. It's costing us, but we're also from like where black voters come from and what they're fighting through. I celebrate the black vote. I celebrate the black vote, because we don't make up that 70% a number. that's missing in the whole county or the whole city. We don't make up that number. We are still hurting by a low turnout. We can do better. But listen, we're on the move, and I'm just going to continue to be part of the message. If you want a stimulus check, that means you're waiting on the government, and you have the ability to tell the government what to do. Sure, and we ain't going to change it overnight, but who would have ever thought we would have a black president? It's not, yeah, it was not the savior. He wasn't he didn't change, da 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 da. But what he did do, he forced the political process to acknowledge him because of how great and how smooth that brother was. They couldn't deny him because he learned how to play the game. And the game is available to all of us. I didn't want to stay on long, but I like what I'm talking about. And I think you need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Freedom. What is it? It's options. Okay? It's options. Okay? Steak, shrimp, potentially doodle balls. If you don't click steak or shrimp. It's my analogy. If you just popped in or popped out, don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about voting. I'm talking about using your voice. All right? Talking about the same thing I've been talking about prior to when, I'm not going to take a stab at it, but been talking about it, been doing it. Low turnout is not just an African-American problem. Sure, it hurts the black community. We can do better, but I commend us for fighting through the suppression, the Jim Crow, the racism, the systemic racism. I applaud us for still being in the game, and I just see the potential. Barack Obama didn't save us. They wasn't going to let him save us. Us got to save us. But Barack Obama, what he did is he learned the game and he forced them to acknowledge him. He did that because of how well he learned how to play the game. All right. I guess this will be about that time when I close it out. There's some things I want to come back and talk about as it relates to just personal, and emotional, and how we deal with one another, just people to people, because that's part of it. We just don't understand that we are the people. And if we ever decide to respect one another, to love one another, lift one another up, depend on one another, be not afraid to ask for help from one another. If we ever get there, folks, we'll be dangerous. All right. So I will touch base back on some of the mental health aspects that and emotional things. But right now we're in the election season. All right. And I just want you to know that 70% of us don't participate. And that's why our government has become a joke, because they're not accountable. Only 30% of the people are paying attention. Everybody else is sitting it out. And if they're paying attention and not voting, what? Tell me what the other answer is. What's plan B? What's plan B? War? All right. I think that's a few steps away. While we at war, can we try to protect our children from COVID-19? While we getting ready for war to overthrow the government, that we got some type of secret power somewhere hidden somewhere, until we get there, can we use the 70% of our voice that we're leaving on the table? Give it a try. Doggone, we already losing and we giving it away. I vote. It's ridiculous, bro. I know some of the people that are voting are a little bit more comfortable than I am. And guess what? Your children are going to suffer. Because if America suffers, there's people out there that don't care about your stature now, the stature you had. All right? Because if America loses stature, so do you. And America is losing stature and losing ground. And we're watching it as citizens. We're on standby watching it. So let me see something here, man. I don't know if I'm talking to myself, but Yeah, I'm still on, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's like nobody's on there. Mm-mm. I don't know. I'll have to share it, man. Listen, I love y'all. I'm getting out, man. I gave you 28 minutes, 38, what? Yeah, I don't know what I can't do. I'm at 18 minutes. So I need to go a little bit further. But I don't have anything else for you guys other than don't settle for less. You have the ability to participate and at least say, please don't give me doodle balls. So when you get the doodle balls, you can say, I ordered steak and I got doodle balls. Why did this happen? If you don't sign up and they give you the doodle balls, you don't have a receipt. So basically, they're going to tell you to shut up, eat the doodle balls, and shut up, sucker. You ain't playing the game. I ain't trying to be rude to nobody. But listen, man, I'm getting out of here, man. Until the next time, man. If you're watching this, dream big, love more, be the change you want to see, respect people. Listen, love your neighbor like you love yourself, man. All right. And if you want to make the world a better place, take a look in the mirror. Make that change. Love y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching. Yeah.